We're going to talk about rope dropping at the Disney World parks, and is it worth it to get up that early?
I don't see the point to it.
Pat, do you agree with him?
So, depends if I've been at Trader Sam's at night.
That's true.
So if I'm at Trader Sam's, no, I'm not getting up.
Welcome, Disney World fans, to another episode of the Knotcast, presented by KnotClub33.com. My name is Steve Rhodes, and this week we're going to talk about rope dropping at the Disney World parks, and is it worth it to get up that early? I'm joined this week
Bobby
by
just woke up
Mrs.
right now.
The usual cast is here. We got Becky Wells,
Hey.
Pat Neistat,
What's up?
and the Disney cynic Bobby Burchins.
Hey, see, I made it simple that time.
3 weeks.
It's another
in a row
Outcast
outcasting
reference.
us.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love
Just 3
Outcast?
weeks in a row.
Nobody.
I don't think there's anybody that doesn't. I mean, we know that me, you, your mom, and your cousin too all love.
Oh boy. I'm not gonna laugh.
I am.
False.
All right, digging in. This was one of Bobby's ideas, rope drop, and I think
Thanks
you
for
actually
blaming me.
posed this question. No, you actually posed this question to us before we
legitimate
actually
question.
knew about Genie Plus. We knew Fast Pass was going away. We knew there was going to be a fate, but before we knew of Genie Plus, is rope drop worth it? I mean, there's a lot of things that get entailed with that. You got to wake up pretty early because the parks open early everywhere besides basically Epcot. Magic Kingdom sometimes opens at 8, so you need to be there at 7 pretty much to rope drop it. Is it worth it to get up that early? You're still going to battle crowds even if you are rope dropping, trying to run to things like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Flight of Passage or whatnot. Is it worth it to rope drop? Bobby, since you asked the question to the group, I'm just going to start with you and get your thoughts.
Listen, I don't think it could be worth it for me to rope drop because all of the advantages to rope dropping are for guests that are on property. For someone like me as a local, if I might bring it up for the 97th time this year, there's really no advantage to it because all of the extra magic time, then it's not even a full hour, but all that extra magic time that you're going to get is for all the guests who are staying on property. So for me showing up and just standing around with my thumbs kind of like twiddling there for a while, that just doesn't seem worth it to me. On top of that, like I think for guests who are like us, who have been a billion times, like, man, treat it like a vacation. Like, sleep in, relax a little bit. You've seen everything except for like 1 or 2 rides. Like, there's really no reason to like rush yourself out the door unless you have to have like one specific attraction that you have to hit. And now with Genie Plus and with the IRS coming in, why would you decide to rope drop? Because you can purchase that basically ahead of time. So I don't see
everybody
a point to it.
that didn't watch our last episode. Explain to everybody what the IRS is, please.
Well, it's this organization that steals money from you, first of all. But second of all, it's also an organization within Disney that steals money from you so that you can actually specifically ride one time for one day. For like 15
It's called
days.
the individual ride selections. It's an a la carte.
So,
it's the a la carte ride. If you
Bobby,
didn't watch our last episode, go back and watch it. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So if you're doing a staycation,
Yes.
vacation
And I've done
where you
that.
stay on property, would you rope drop?
No. And it's just because I've been, 70-something times, on vacation, let alone the times that I've been this year. It just doesn't make sense to me to like I said, it's time to relax. It's time to like just enjoy the pace and hit the things that I really want to hit that day. I don't have to hit every single attraction at every single park every time that I go. I can go and ride 2 or 3 rides and be just fine. For somebody who is a first time guest or for somebody who's feels the need to like maybe only go once every 5 years or something like that and do the commando style vacation, more power to you. Absolutely go for it. You do you and do the rope dropping. That's perfectly fine. But for me or for, I guess, I feel like everybody on this panel, I don't see the point to it.
Pat, do you agree with him?
So depends if I've been at Trader Sam's at night.
That's true.
So if I'm at Trader
The night
Sam's, no, I'm not getting up.
Yeah.
But if I have here's the thing: if I have my kids, I'll probably get there when park opens. That way we can knock out a bunch of rides, because we're probably not going to do the Disney Genie Plus or whatever that is.
Don't spoil the old episodes. People need to go back and watch it.
So I would, if I'm there with just my wife and I, we're not going to get there when it opens. We'll just kind of go when we want to. But with the kids and stuff, they want to ride rides. That's what they're there for. That's what they love. So if we can get as many rides as possible, that's the best way to do it.
Becky, are you in the same camp? I mean, with 5 children, like, are you gonna?
Oh no, we rope drop every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
And it's
And,
for the same reason, or
Yeah, I mean, we are there to knock out the rides. Now, I will say that, like, because even if we don't crush all day through, we can get so much done in those first 2 to 3 hours that we can then do the other random one-off crap that nobody else is doing in the middle of the day because they're waiting in lines. That's when we do the stuff that, like, exploring and, like the pirate adventure thing in Magic Kingdom, and can't do sorcerers anymore because that's done. But like the little extra stuff that my kids look forward to, we wait till the lines are too long for us to want to wait. But we've already ridden most of our main must-dos in the morning. The other piece to consider, which is the opposite of rope drop, is if you're staying in a deluxe resort or select other ones, you can have the extra hours after closing, which is really selective on the date and where you go, whatever. Like, you have to plan that out. But
It's like
you
the old
can get a
system
lot
where
done.
it rotates. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a lot done in the odd hours if you don't mind doing it. And when we're there, like, I guess my family doesn't know how to relax on vacation, so
No, you don't.
I'm
Apparently.
doing it.
everybody vacations differently. So
Yeah.
and so I'm in a different camp than you guys, because on vacation we're not getting up. Like, it's just not happening. So for us, we tend to get to parks about 30 minutes after opening, after the rope drop craziness has gone into the parks.
Yeah, that's
and
not
all those crazy people have run, at Magic Kingdom to 7 Dwarfs,
Oh, yeah, I
and when
know.
they zig, I zag.
Right.
I'm either going to go head into Frontierland where there's not going to be anybody, and I can get in Splash and Big
Oh,
Thunder,
yeah.
or I'll
Yeah.
go ride
Yep.
Space Mountain where before there's
Yeah.
a line for it for the day, and then catch Buzz Lightyear, and then do People Mover, something like that at Magic Kingdom or wherever I am. I have a similar strategy where everybody's filtered into the headliners at Rope Drop, which
Yeah.
for me, the headliner, in a lot of the parks isn't even what I wanted to get in there to ride anyway. So for us, we like taking our time and we don't like to rush. So
I would say technically, I mean, usually we get to the park when I have the kids, like right when the park opens. So technically, it's not rope drop, but you still are getting a lot of stuff.
you
done.
miss the Rope Drop crowd then in that case. So that's
I'm not
I
getting
wouldn't
there
call that rope drop.
before we can get in with my
Right.
kids. Like, that part
Okay.
is usually not
Depends on what
happening.
you consider rope drop. Yeah.
I consider
Also,
it to
you
be
have
the
to
rope
ceremony thing where they have the whole
waited,
big
yeah.
dance and with the characters and all that BS. Yeah, that's
Well,
Not
no,
in
then I'm not
Florida,
waiting
no,
for that.
not
Yeah,
in Florida.
if you could get there and walk right in, you didn't get the rope drop. Yeah, you had to be
Okay.
stopped. Yeah,
The-
yeah.
The dollar amount that we've paid for 7 people to go each day, we're squeezing every freaking
Oh, yeah.
second out of it.
For us, we've just gone so much that we just don't care if we absolutely get everything. We'll
that's
try
true,
it. If
too.
we don't, we don't. We just
Yeah.
move on and
same.
if
I
it's
agree with
really
that.
necessary, maybe I will give Chapek some money and
Oh, you're giving
do
him money. Don't worry about that.
and drop the IRS, drop a little IRS in there. And,
He's getting his
Patrick
best
gets
money.
there early enough to
Sons
drink,
of
then he's
bitches.
going to drop his money he doesn't need again. It's like a double-edged
But I did-
sword.
to clarify a couple
Exactly.
of things that you guys both touched on, you, Bobby and Becky. Bobby, you mentioned the early entry. I don't think we've talked about this on the show. Everybody that's a Disney Resort guest, and then Disney Springs hotels are included this as well, and of course Shades of Green for our military. 30 minutes before each park opens every single day. If you're staying on one of those resorts, you can walk in. So rope dropping is different for people that are staying off site. I mean, I don't even know if it's worth it if you're not staying on site, like you mentioned, Bobby.
Yeah.
But if you're staying on a Disney hotel, Disney Springs or Shades of Green, hey, road drop, you got a 30-minute head start.
Yep.
And then on the other side, Becky, you mentioned the deluxe resorts and also Shades of Green. So that would be any DVC and then the regular deluxe plus Shades of Green.
Swolfen, I think, is included on both those too.
Yeah, Swan and Dolphin is a deluxe for this purposes, and I think that's it. There's no Disney Springs hotels, I believe, that are on there.
Yeah.
But those hotels, they're paying higher dollars for room rates, and they'll get to stay in one park, and it's not even every day. It's a rotating thing, and it's some days, and you'll see the list, and it might be Magic Kingdom one day, it might be Animal Kingdom.
And it's Epcot. I think it's just between those two right now. But
I think it's just. I don't think Hollywood Studios is even on there. So yeah, the correct information is on the screen right now. I believe Becky's right. Magic Kingdom, Epcot, you'll get to stay late a couple hours if you're in those deluxe resorts on kind of a rotating basis, and whenever Disney decides to let you do that. So.
And whatever they let you
note.
have open still, which is not everything.
Correct. Yeah, you won't have access to the full park. So there's
But it's
that.
a perk.
So those are our thoughts on rope dropping, guys, and whether or not it's worth it. It's kind of up to you and how you vacation, as we kind of agreed to here for once. We agreed on something.
Yay!
If you agree that this is a good show, smash that like button. And while you're down there clicking things, hit the notifications so you know when we upload these videos. And consider subscribing since it is free and it really does help the channel out. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching the Knotcast. For everybody here at Knot Club 33, we're out.